so nervous.
What? What do I do with my hands?
We're in. We're hot. Nice.
Cool.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. We appreciate you guys having us here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, fully involved Leatherworks, right?
Yep. So my name's Justin. I'm the owner. Kind of started the business as a hobby.
Yeah, I'm Keegan Dale. I'm the, I guess I'm the spokes guy. TikTok. Check me out.
He's the TikTok fictional character. So we have a lot of fun with him on TikTok, and fans seem to be pretty receptive to it. It's probably not the most politically correct thing you've ever seen in your life, but it's fun. It's kind of firehouse comedy. We've got the Barney Fife for the fire service that he kind of plays there. So
Yeah. That might be the push I needed to get on TikTok.
yeah.
Yeah, Cohen will be so happy. My daughter will be, she's on there.
Oh, yeah.
So she'll be happy that I finally joined the crowd.
Yeah. So we've had really good success with that, and we were at FDIC last week and had a lot of people come up and, like, you're the guy from TikTok. Can I get your picture and stuff?
Super cool.
Yeah, outstanding.
Especially when like Fire Department Chronicles is there, and Firefighter Fitting and all those other guys, and then we'll come up and take a picture with him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So is that your one and only job with the company? It's just you're the talent?
No, I still do a little bit of everything. We still make all the leather products. I make most of our stainless steel shields is one thing I do, but I still all the leather work and everything. But yeah, I spend most of my time on TikTok.
Is that something that you're planning on doing in the future? You planning to just morph into the talent side of things and find somebody?
Well, I mean, if Hollywood wants to like snatch me up or something, like I'm down.
I mean, it's not hard to compete. I pay them like $8.50 an hour. So yeah.
Yeah, like I get some stale crackers and water every now and again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
You said the stainless steel shields?
yep.
That's specifically what you do?
For the most part, yeah.
Nice. What's the sales rate? Like, are people moving toward that metal shield, or?
It all kind of depends. People either love them or they hate them. The big thing was, you got guys like Taylor's Tins, and there's a couple other companies out there that were doing them, and we tried to take a different approach. So we're using all stainless steel. That way we don't have any rust issues, and then we're actually powder coating it, which if you're a metal guy, you're like, oh, this, like completely a waste of stainless steel. But long story short, we're powder coating them with the different colors, and we can layer and rivet and stuff, and we're having decent success with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like anything. It's like radio straps were 10 years ago. You either had to have one, or you thought you didn't like it at all. So we're just trying to give the customers a couple different options.
Sure.
More products we have, the more access we have to more customers and things like that. So
Yeah. When I got on, my lieutenant told me, he was like, we don't provide them, but you need a radio strap.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of studies that say, Fairfax did that big study and with is it Underwriters Laboratory, or I believe, or
That
NIOSH.
sounds right.
And they did a study, and they're proven time and time again that especially the more the radios get complex and we add 10 features. I mean, the first radio I ever rode a fire truck with had like 16 channels, and it was top line, and now we can talk to Mars with these things.
Right.
So,
Hundreds of channels.
yeah, hundreds of thousands of channels and different
Sure.
banks and all kind of different features and make private calls and stuff like that. So as they evolve, the more wires we're putting in these things and more circuits, we should take even better care of our equipment that way to make sure
Yeah. Before we went live, I was talking about I wear mine under my coat.
Yeah.
Is that the preferred method?
Yes, most definitely. So we don't recommend, we make a really solid product. We don't recommend wearing it over your jacket. If you want to wear it over your jacket directing traffic, or a med call when it's raining or something, that's on you. But definitely in IDLH, we recommend under your jacket. That is the whole concept there. We're basically protecting those wires in your mic collar to keep those protected. So a lot of these new radios, if you do have a short in your wire mic, it actually will key up, and basically dispatch will have to cut your radio off.
Right.
Otherwise you may, especially if you've already declared a Mayday, and now we're tying with Mayday channel. Now, the IC's trying to switch stuff over to different
All
channels.
kinds of problems.
That's just, you read any line of duty death report, and moving Maydays from channel to channel is not good for business.
Yeah.
In the Mayday world. So
Most of those Maydays, if you look, it's not just one problem that happened.
Yep.
It was, a stack.
Yep.
At least 4 or 5 things. Water supply's an issue half the time, it
Yep.
seems like. So
and you'll see communication in every one of them.
Agreed. I think that's in every one of them.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't care if you're going to divorce Maydays or anything. Communication is always a problem, right? It doesn't matter, what we're in. We're always terrible at communicating. So
Yeah.
How long have y'all been in business altogether?
yeah, so I was a career fireman. I actually sold fire equipment on the side, and got kind of burnt out doing that. I was riding fire truck to fire truck, and then I kind of got out of that. Started working part-time selling fire equipment, and that just wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. It was fun, but it just wasn't really my passion. So I started in 2013 just as a hobby. I actually, you guys were talking about you had your Boston leather radio strap, and I had one of those. I worked for about 9 years, and I really wanted to get something custom. I want something nice, and I'm looking at these guys. They're spending $150, $160 on these things, and in 2 years, the paint's rubbing off of them, and they just don't really look that great. And I'm like, why would that looks really cool. I want to get one, but I don't like something that's going to last. I'm kind of cheapo. So I started doing some research, started playing with a couple things. I made a glove keeper for myself just out of some scrap leather that we had. My son was in the horse and cow riding industry.
Yeah.
So, I was always fixing something there, so I'd acquired some leather tools and just started playing around with it. And so I went to a local Tandy Leather, which there's one in every pretty much major city, and they sell low to mediocre leather supplies. And talking to this guy, I'm like, hey, here's what I want to do. This is the problem. How do you do it? And he's like, well, why don't you dye your text in the leather? And I'm like, well, that sounds like a lot of work. He's like, yeah, but it'll be so much worth it. So I started doing that and had really good success with it. And from there, the business kind of evolved. Of course, she sold to a couple guys at Firehouse and then the neighboring city. And so then people are, you get tired of people random friend requests on Facebook trying to get you to make something for them. So I started a Facebook page. And then after that, went to, here we are with business. So I rode that out. At the time I left the fire department 2 years ago as a career guy. You can tell by the beard, right?
Right.
So that was the first thing I did. I was like, I'm not shaving anymore. I'm tired of shaving every third day. Dollar Shave Club, sorry, y'all got to go. We're separated. But anyway, back to the story. So, we made the stuff, and I got to the point where I was kind of topped out and it was best financially. I was paying a guy basically more than I was making riding a fire truck to manage the business while I was riding a fire truck. And I'm like, this just doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm a third generation fireman. My dad was a fireman. My grandpa was a fireman. So I was supposed to be a 30-year and out guy. And I miss, I tell everybody, I definitely miss the clowns. Maybe not so much some parts of the circus, as I'm sure anybody out there, knows what I'm talking about. It's the coolest job. I did things at 20 years old that most people will never do if they live 80 years. So it was a fun job, but it was ultimately what was best for us. So, like I said, we started in 2013, and then we're kind of here now. We've got a 7,500 square foot shop. I've got 14 guys that work for me, some of those full-time. Everybody's pretty much tied to the fire service in some way. I've got, some Keegan here is a deputy chief of the volunteer fire department. He's been in the industry. I've known him for years, all the way to guys I rode trucks with, like Nasty Nick that's standing outside.
Yeah.
He's he doesn't want to be on camera.
Right.
But we rode a truck together. He works for me. I've got some guys that their wives work for me. They're full-time firemen somewhere. So I try to stay with the people that are in the business and
It seems like you brought over the trust and loyalty needs from the firehouse into the business.
Yeah, most definitely. The shop is a firehouse. There's a lot of I guess I can say ball busting. It's the firehouse mentality.
Sure.
There's always somebody that's getting picked on every day. It's a good fun time.
Yeah. Do you have a kitchen table in your shop?
We do. You do. So
Nice.
we actually, when we built our new shop, above the offices, I put in a whole kitchen. So we do the whole, $5 to eat.
Yeah.
That's
Try
outstanding.
to keep a lot of
That's
those
amazing,
traditions
yeah.
around.
That's awesome.
Just some of the stuff that I like from the firehouse. Nobody leaves. We're in Troutman, North Carolina, so there's not a whole lot to choose from. There's only so much Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell that you can eat, or not Burger King, Bojangles, that you can eat in 1 week and then keep eating it. So
Yeah.
kind of squares it up. Plus one guy that works for me is a chef, so he can
What?
throw down too.
Yeah. Right.
Awesome. How much have you seen your products from when you started in 2013 to kind of where you are? How much have they evolved?
A lot.
Cool.
So of course, when you first think of custom radio straps, you think of this big, gigantic, bulky thing, and then when you think of, like, say Boston Leather or one of the Firestore radio straps, you think of kind of small and tiny. So I first started out really big and bulky, but it was like, it's like wearing a weightlifter belt. Like when it comes off your back and your stomach and it's still like a big hoop while you got it on, maybe it's too thick. The first thing we kind of evolved with was the weight of our leather. So like this leather here is about 10-ounce leather, and it's thick enough, it's durable enough, it holds up to the abuse that we put through it on the job.
Is that what I'm wearing here?
Yep. But it's also comfortable enough that it forms to your body, and it's not, kind of rickety Mickey Mouse look. So a lot of people say, well, theirs is thicker, and that's cool, but, think about it. Would you rather have this big, giant, thick piece of leather that doesn't form to your body? Or
it seems like there's a balance for sure.
Yeah.
I don't understand the thicker part though, because it's not like we dangle from them.
Yeah, we're not repelling off of it. It's hanging a radio.
I don't understand how the thickness to be thicker, the sacrifice of the thickness versus comfort would even,
and the weight too.
Yeah,
I mean,
would even be a thing.
I'm already putting 50, 60 pounds on me. I
Right,
need
something
more
else.
weight.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any younger. My knees are screaming.
I appreciate the width. It feels right.
Yeah, so the 1.5-inch width is very popular. There are some companies that are doing 2-inch. I personally didn't find it that that comfortable. So we take all of our products through a pretty extensive R&D. We put them on a lot of busy companies, say in Charlotte and local places around that we know that have good aggressive firemen that are kind of in our mindset that are really going to put these things through the ringer, and we test drive it out there, and then from there we kind of take their feedback with a lot of this stuff. Chin straps were a huge ordeal on finding them the perfect match, so we were able to get chin straps down to a science. We sell a boatload of those things. They increase your mask up time a lot by having that as an option. We've added some cool little features. So this is another cool little feature on our second mic loop.
Yeah.
It's got a snap in it here.
Yeah.
So you're able to run your mic cord in there, and that just kind of keeps it. Also, like you were talking about wearing it under your coat, you can leave it snapped here with your zipper shut, and then pull your mic out, and that kind of helps hold it in place too, so it doesn't wind up. Everybody's got that one mic at their station that's like somebody's repelled out of, and it's like 40 foot long, where it's supposed
Stretch
to be
cord,
it's supposed to be like this. So that just helps kind of contain it as well. So if you get that mic cord, it doesn't wind up at your feet at the end of the fire after 2 runs or so.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mine does not have that.
Yeah.
This one does. Yeah, I saw it earlier.
No, I mean the one I'm wearing does, but
Okay.
mine at the
Your current
firehouse.
one. Yeah.
And it seems useless because I can't get in there.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to wear it that low.
Yeah,
So.
and back in the day, it wasn't an issue because like all those cords that had like a little two plugs. It was like almost like an earpiece plug, back in the day. But now they're so big and have 47 pin connectors and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, my current one doesn't even have these anymore. They're gone.
They're gone.
Oh yeah, they're gone. This is zip tied down here. Yeah, and those are gone.
Yeah, we'll have to hook you up. We're running some shows, special at the show. We'll give you 20% off. So we can help you out.
Cool.
That reminds me. What's your numbers? Like, are you selling mostly at these shows, or can people find you online? How's that?
So our main point of contact is our website. It's fullyinvolvedleatherworks.com. From there, we have 2 different options for all of our products. So we offer them in stock. So everything is in stock in 7 different color variations, whether it's a chin strap, glove strap, radio straps. We have same width, same weight material. They're just pre-made radio straps. We ship the same or next business day. So if you're looking for something quick, economy, you still get the same quality, you still get the same everything, but you don't get it customized, and we get it to you a lot quicker.
Right.
And they're fairly reasonable. Most of these on the website are around $90 to $100, depending on what color variation you use. The rustic brown is our most popular selling radio strap behind black, and it's a little bit more expensive. It's actually a water buffalo leather, and it's got the black anodized hardware, which black hardware is kind of been a fad lately.
Yeah, it's in right now.
Yeah,
It looks great. It looks good.
It does. What's the lead time on non-custom versus custom?
Yep. So
y'all?
the in-stock stuff obviously ships same next business day. Anything custom, put a long story short, the leather industry and the fire service has kind of taken a beating lately, as far as the rumors. But that's because there's some great guys out here. I'm not here to knock other guys, but some of these people are getting backed up. You know, they're taking on way too much work than they can possibly do. They're not really evolving to try to fix the problem. So we set the standard about 8 months ago. We launched a kind of a campaign marketing 4 weeks to your first due. So if we can't have it shipped out to you in 4 weeks, then you get your money back. And we're averaging about 2 to 3 weeks right now.
Okay.
So we do 40 to 50, sometimes 60 of these a day, depending on how many people I got there and
Right.
who's not on COVID leave and who's not picking up a hire back. And
Still holding that 4-week guarantee for a custom product, though.
Yeah.
Something as tedious as leather is. That's pretty impressive.
yep. So that's the base of our business is the customer service and quality. You know, all my guys, there's not a single person in there that doesn't have the ability to stop something. We'll remake a strap 10 times. That's fine. We're going to keep it inside our doors. I don't want anything getting outside of our doors that none of my guys would personally want to wear. And we've got some really nitpicky people there.
Right.
So, you know, sometimes that is an argument. Well, this looks, you know, I don't like this. This, you know, messed up a little bit. Wow, they want it. Yeah, you know, if y'all were talking about it, stop wasting my time. Let's do it and do it the right way. The other thing is customer service, and that, you know, we have Taylor back at the shop, and she does a really good job of that. Getting back to people. There's horror stories out there from other companies you hear of, you know, it's 9 months. This guy won't return my email. I haven't got anything. He told me 6 weeks, and now it's been 9 months. And it's just, I don't want firemen to start looking at this industry as we're just here taking your money. You know, always, like I said on TikTok with Keegan, you know, brothers don't take other brothers' money.
Right.
So, you know, that's where we're kind of trying to put a little bit of pressure on these guys to, hey, that's cool. You know, if you want to just be upfront, communicate with your customers and let them know. That way, you know, if not, you're going to go out of business. And that's
I like knowing all your manufacturing is happening like with your people.
Yeah, it's all our people that we don't, you know, there are some other companies out there that send it to China and have it made and all that good stuff. But no, we're all American made. We're, you know, other firemen are making your stuff. It's not
All North Carolina made.
Yeah, all North Carolina
Yeah.
made. So we have a good time doing it. It's fun. It gets crazy at Christmas, but
I bet so.
Yeah,
So
we do.
chin strap.
Yep.
These.
Got one on that helmet there.
Yep. So we got the talking about chin straps here. This is kind of the all blacked out one. It's got black leather, black stitching, black hardware. We've got the NFPA approved postman slide buckle. I'm gonna give my disclaimer. That does not mean my chin strap is NFPA approved. It would have to have a stamp, and I would have to give them about $30,000 a year. But all of our materials meet their criteria.
I get it.
So if your chief is looking for a stamp, sorry, don't have one, but we do use all the exact same components that come from Carnes, MSA, whoever makes your fire helmet.
Right.
They're all using the same postman slide buckles and stuff that we are. They've been a really hot seller. They're very reasonable. They're around $25 on the website.
Wow.
So they've been really good for speeding up mass times.
Yeah.
Helping guys, you know, speed those up.
And then I'm probably going the same place you are.
I bet so.
The helmet straps, the
Helmet
bands.
bands.
Helmet
Yep.
bands.
How about you talk a little bit, Keegan?
I can't hold. Let me give me a sip of water for you.
Yeah.
Got to get the TikTok guy fired up
That's
here.
right.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got a cattle prod back there. You need me to get it out?
I mean, you probably will. I mean, easy, I might like. Anyway, helmet bands, that's something we've just introduced back, what's it, about a couple months ago?
Yeah, 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, something like that. We just started those back up. It's basically, we got all 7 color variations of it, stitching and everything, whatever you need. Custom, you can get 2 images, same as kind of like our straps. You can get a above and below image. Whatever you want stamped in the back, it'll be painted, slapped on there, sent to you.
They fit any traditional style helmet, so leather, composite.
Sure. Yeah. That's awesome.
Sweet.
The turnaround time, I'm guessing, is in that same.
Yep, everything it is. Whether you send us, you know, you want it 1 or 100 of these, we'll make it happen in
Gotcha.
4 weeks.
Yep.
amazing.
That front is nice. You guys did this front.
Yes, sir. So Alicia is our helmet front specialist. I guess I'm just kidding. She
Right.
she does the hand tooling and leather. So we brought her in. She used to do our customer service, and she kind of took an interest to actually hand tooling leather. So all this is hand tooled. Again, same 4-week turnaround time. It just kind of varies on the variation. They run maybe 60 to 90, 95 bucks, depending on how complex you want to get with it. But
Yeah, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the dimension
Yeah,
is
it's very
outstanding.
good. That's
Yeah.
very good.
Yep. And so the other thing with that is we only use all one piece. So that's about 14, 15 ounce leather that we use there. So it's nice and thick. You're not going to get the folding down like you buy with the cheaper ones.
Right.
And they hold up really well against fire.
Yeah,
You have different styles of that, or is that just one basic shape that you
Nope.
have? Or
So we have
bunches?
basically 2 different shapes, and then we have a bunch of different variations with those. So this shape right here, the kind of old school traditional look like that. That's called our fill shield for Fully Involved Leatherworks. That's our shape, and then it kind of comes with that, and then we hand tool everything around it. We've got the standard. I don't have one here, but we've got some at the booth. We've got the standard shape that you see on most fire helmets. Kind of got the little curve at the bottom. 2 banners. We do that like American flag scheme. We've got, we can obviously do custom logos. We did some with fire department, different fire departments, patches, stuff like that.
Awesome.
We do scrambles. We've done we do all of Charlotte's now, so they have all their chiefs have like a big bugle, like a oval with their bugle rank in the middle of it. So got a lot of flexibility there. There's pretty much we can't have if you can at least get us a good file. File of that, we can certainly do all kind of stuff.
And we
That's
also
outstanding.
don't forget the Boston stuff.
Oh yeah, then we have the Boston style.
Yep.
They're kind of like the metal ones. Some people love them, some people hate them.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for that, ours are a little bit different than say Trifecta, which is actually who does all of Boston stuff. As far as the sheening, they use more of a patent leather. We don't really use patent leather, but
Seems tough.
yeah. It's that's their specialty. I'm not trying to really get
No,
their
yeah.
sandbox, but if you want our work done in that shape, we can certainly do that for you.
Yeah.
Glove straps.
Glove
Y'all make
straps.
those.
Yep. So the biggest hit with our glove strap, we actually sold out of them at FDIC. We brought this whole big trailer and sold out of glove straps. Big thing there is they're leather, and they do have the quick dump as well as the slide. So
Cool.
They're not as hard to put back in. And when you get to the fire scene, if you get to the front door, you need to dump them. It's just squeeze, and they kind of fall in your hands.
Okay.
So they've been a really big seller. We sold like 10 of them to vendors in here already before the actual floors even started.
Right.
Cool. Well, I know we talked earlier, but we're going to get you down to Wilmington sometime. Maybe the 2 of you.
He's a
we'll
lot
get you-
funner outside of the booth.
Nah.
He's like Ricky Bobby. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
like-
Yeah.
But we definitely want to get you down and do a regular long format show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great time.
Well, it's just a fun time. Like I told you, I like talking to people, talking about fire stuff.
Absolutely.
I make leather, but I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure we can get in some
yeah.
quite long details, just like our
Yeah.
lunchtime conversation.
Yeah.
How we were talking about the leather and how the carcinogens and all that kind of stuff. We were talking about that a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, people like to hear that stuff, dude.
Yeah, we got
Sure,
some
so
we got
we'll
some
get
cool
into
stuff
it.
coming out with carcinogens, which is kind of our lunchtime conversation. But got some cool stuff coming that way too. As soon as I can get everything.
Awesome. Well, one more
Covered.
time before we cut it, tell everybody again where they can find y'all.
Yeah. So website is fullyinvolvedleatherworks.com. We are also on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram.com/fullyinvolvedleatherworks, Facebook.com/fullyinvolvedleatherworks. You can email us support@fullyinvolvedleatherworks.com. Phone number is 704-799-9938. We got TikTok as well, which we're actually streaming live on here. It's kind of more of a comedy skit than it is marketing, but you can send a carrier pigeon to Troutman, North Carolina, and maybe we'll catch your letter. Any way you want to get us to you shoot
'em
road
down,
flares, whatever you like. We'll do our best to help you out and get you some of the best leather in the business.
Nice,
Awesome,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
man. Appreciate you guys.
All
Your podcast is awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's awesome. What do I do with this thing?
Just there's a little power button on the top right.